So, hello, welcome to our Wednesday webinar. Today, we're going to see how we export the project from TrunCAD with the pCon.planner and also how to make the rendering, also with accessoires and how you can add like a sofa or books. And yeah, we will go step by step through it. And yes, last week we have made the open bookshelf, like you see here. The bookshelf with open sides. And yeah, here's also important before you export it to pCon.planner that you draw here the room. Yeah, and we recommend here to turn the ceiling invisible. Yeah, because that is here the default. And when you are here on a room tab and you click on room and make sure that you have a click on ceiling invisible. Yeah. So then you can also, we will save this here file and click here on save project. So then it's saved for now. And yeah, here I will close now the pCon.planner. Yeah, I prepared a little bit before we started our webinar, and yeah, we will go step by step through it. So that's why I close this as well, and we don't save this. So, and we go here on TrunCAD. So, and yeah, please make sure that your pCon.planner is installed. I show you the site. Here you find it in Google also when you just look for pCon.planner. And here we can also click for the English version. Yes, it is free and commercially applicable. And yeah, here you can download it. So, and when you have installed the pCon.planner, then automatically when you click here on File and you go here Export 3D, the pCon.planner is appearing. Yeah, and please make sure that the room is activated and we don't need the drillings. Yeah, because it's we don't need it because it's just for visualization and we don't need drillings. So when you click here to pCon.planner, yeah, it asks us to save it because we save now the OBJ file and we call it bookshelf. Bookshelf is open sites. So, and I save it here in a TrunCAD project folder, and we save it as a OBJ file. So then pCon.planner automatically will open, and it will ask for an update, but I click remind me later. So what is also important, you need to make sure the scaling, yeah, the original dimension, that the base unit, yeah, you see it here that is now base unit, it's in millimeter. Yeah, it's also later on when we import other accessoires, we need to check it. So, all right. Now you see here that is a 3D view, that is a top view, that is a front view, and that is here the side view. Yeah, we have here all views, and now we can start. So you can keep it like this, yeah, but when you want to change the colors of the wall, yeah, you can here also click draw a wall. Yeah, so we can draw a new wall, and therefore we go here in a top view, and you are here in a start tab, and we click here on draw wall, and here we will draw a new wall. So you click here in this corner, and we draw here the new wall. That is the first one. And now we draw here the second wall. Yeah, because at the moment, the program notices as one wall. So, but we can also make 3 separates. Yeah, that is the second, the middle wall. And here that is the third wall. And we can also close here the room. Yeah, then we have 4 walls. Yeah, you see here also in the 3D view that the walls are a bit lower, and I show you also how to change it afterwards. Yeah, so what we're gonna do now is we will delete the previous wall. Yeah, so you click on here, and then you do a right mouse click, and then we open the group. That is important because now it's not connected with the bookshelf anymore. Yeah, so when you click now here on the wall and you do a right mouse click as well, you can click here delete. Yeah, and the wall, the previous wall is deleted, and we have this. So, and now what we can do is we can also delete here the bottom. Yeah, you click here also open group. Click here, and then we delete it. And here we can draw a new floor. Yeah, now we created a new floor, and that's why it's also closed. That's why we made here this wall before. So, and now when you click on a wall, we don't want to have it, so I click escape. So when you click on a wall, you see here we can also change the dimension afterwards. Yeah, so just click here, and when you go with the line on here, then it will get automatically the height on here. Yes, it's 3 meter 250 millimeter. Yeah, so we do it here as well. Yeah, we click here on the middle point and confirm it. And now we go to the right wall, click on it with the left mouse, click, and here we drag it and drop it to the end point. So And here's a front wall we don't need, so you can click on it and click delete. Then it's deleted. So, all right. That is it so far. And you see now that is gray, and you can use now. So now we can choose a new wallpaper. So I just have a look on my notes that you get seen everything important. So therefore you click here on materials. And here you see you have glass, veneer, plastic. Yeah, and here we have also wallpaper. Yeah, so we can choose now for any wall new wallpaper. So yeah, when we want to have here the retro blue, then we click on it, and then you just click here on this. Yeah, you can click also here on the corner and here as well. Yeah, and that's why we made here new walls, because before it was like one wall and we couldn't change it. Yeah, but when you have only one texture for the walls, then it's all right. You don't need to do it. So, and here we can choose another one. So, and here on this wall, you can also add a window. Yeah, you can set the windows in TrunCAD, and you can do it also in pCon.planner. So therefore, we are still here on the Start tab, and here we have a look on add a window to a wall. And now we are going here on this wall. So, and now it's added. And when you click here on the middle point, you can move it. Yeah. And here, when you click here on this point, you can make it bigger or smaller. So yeah, you can go in all views. And also when we go in here, you can also make it here bigger and smaller. So here you can also add below the window wall mounted heater. So we just click on here. Here it's good to have here the endpoint. Ah, I didn't got it. Then we click here escape again and do it again. So now it's better. Yeah, you see here when we make a mistake, you can make it more correctly afterwards. Here, do you want to save your changes? We can click here on yes, on yeah, and we call it webinar bookshelf with open sites rendering. I just click on save. And here, when you click here on this view, we can move it up and down. So that is fine so far. Yeah, that is okay. That looks good. All right. So here you can check it as well. And now we can continue. Now I also need to look because here's something uh, activated and I don't know what. So when you click escape, it should be fine. And now we go to materials and we want to choose a carpet. So click here on carpet and now we can choose or like a parquet. So when we want to have this, we just click on here and here is something weird. I haven't had this before and I don't know yet why it isn't like this, because the pCon.planner isn't originally from TrunCAD and I am also in a daily business. I don't use it too much. So now we added here the pocket. Okay, yeah, that's why it's always good to save it in between and also to figure it out. Yeah, as often you use it, you get used to it. So okay, then we have the walls and the floor, and now we can continue with other materials. Well, also here with the warehouse. Yeah, when you click here on warehouse, we can now look for a sofa. So, and here there are lots of models. Yeah, I just look for a simple one. Yeah, like this. You click on here and then you download it. So when you are not registered there, you need to register before, yeah, just with your email and your password. And here you also make sure, because we don't have always the same scale. Yeah, it depends what supplier there is. Here it should make sense, the measurements, the width, the height, the depth, because inch would be too big, millimeter too small. I choose now centimeter, and the scaling we can change it afterwards as well. Yeah, we click now OK, and it's loading. You see it's a bit too small, but we will change it afterwards. So we click on here, that is the first point, and then we can rotate it. So then we can minimize it. And here later on, you can also make it bigger. Yeah, also we click here again, we move it a bit to the side. Yeah. And when you click on here with a right mouse click, you can use this tool here, and here we can scale it. Yeah, so you go on this corner point, and then you can make it bigger. So that is a bit too much. And we click here again with the right mouse click, and here, and scale again. If you want, yeah, you can also choose different texture for the sofa, and therefore you click here on materials again, and yeah, here you can choose like leather or some other fabrics. Yeah, when you want to have it like this, then you click on here. Yeah, you can change it for the pillows and so on. So it just looks like this. Yeah, you're pretty individually for this. And yeah, now we can also add like a carpet. There we click here on 3D warehouse as well. We close this and look for carpet. And you choose it here. Yeah, you can be really creative. Yeah, I just choose this now. Click here on download, and this model that is also linked to SketchUp. Yeah, here's it is with steps, and it is okay in this case. And here you can place it. And we minimize it as well. Yeah, now you added like a carpet. Yeah, and it depends on you how much you wanna change. So we can also go here to the warehouse to add like a sofa tables, and you click here again to 3D warehouse. We close this and we are looking for a sofa table. Yeah, here are lots of tables. Yeah, we can just looking for a different one. I can't find it yet what I want to, but we can also use this here. This one. Yeah, that is a simple one. Now we download it. We use this model and the width, the height. Yeah, we have it here in centimeter. We click OK, and here you see it's pretty small now, but we can still change the scale. So that's why we click here again with the right mouse, and here on tools, and here scale. Ah, I see. Here in this model, it's with a lamp included. That's why. Yeah, I don't want to have this, so I click escape and we will delete it. Yeah, we click here delete, and we are looking for a different one. So then we choose this one, and we click OK, and that is all right. So I see here I forgot to change this material. We can go back to materials and use this. And then it's here. And now you can also change here the texture for this and this. And therefore I have a look on So that is here also the same material we used for our TrunCAD project, what you see here. And when you click on here, we can also use this. Yeah, so you need to click here and then on here. And here we can also choose it for here. Yeah, and here on the beginning, I accidentally have changed this material. So we also choose it like this. It should be blue. So we click on here and then on here, paint bucket. So here a new window. Click here again. When we have done this, we can also add like books. Yeah, here you click in the 3D warehouse and we are looking for books and we're looking for books. And then you click here on here and you download it. And here we also need to make sure that we have the right scale, inches, okay. Yeah, we click here, okay. And now, yeah, we can also make it bigger. Yeah, you can place it here and here. We minimize it. Right mouse click and here again, use a symbol. And here we click on scale. And here we can change the scale. So when you want to move it, yeah, you can always go here and here you can move it to the this side and here also to move it left and right. Yeah, you can do it here on the top view as well as on a front view and here also in a 3D view. Yeah, but most of the time it's better to use one of these views here. Yeah, and here we can also have a mirror instead of the back wall. Yeah, that's why it's not blue here. It's the second cabinet. We click here to materials again, scroll up and we click here on glass and we use here a mirror. And now we added here a mirror. So, and then we can add a plant and a lamp. And then we are coming slightly to the end. So when there are any questions here, you always can use a chat function and I will keep an eye on it. So we click here on 3D warehouse and we're looking for a plant. Yeah, here you have different ones. Here we just choose this. So we click OK when the measurement. Now you see here the base unit is inch. But we click OK and then we can add it on here. Yeah, and when you have here the whole view to the top view and front view, you can drag and drop it. And you have all views and then you click on here, yeah, or when you want to have it here in front. It doesn't have to be always a 90-degree angle. You can still have here a different angle. So, and when we have set this, then we are looking for none. So I now looked on my notes that I don't waste so much time with finding the right one, like on the beginning. So yeah, that's why we are choosing here this type of lamp, and then we will add it. And yeah, let's take this, click here and download SketchUp model. And that is all right. Click OK. So, and you see here the top view. Yeah, and it can be here. Yeah, it can has an angle. We minimize it. Now, when we click here again, we can also make it a bit bigger. So right mouse click here, and then we will scale it. So it's a bit tricky in pCon.planner to scale it. Or I'm not so used to it. Right here on the side, top view, front view. Again. Yeah, so that is all right. And Now we can also create also a light, and therefore you can click on here light, and here we can add a spotlight. Yeah, and there we are rotating here that we can use find a starting point, and here we can have here the spotlight on here. Yeah, you see already it. Yeah, so for the window we can also have a light. Therefore you click here on light and click here directional light, and here we just have like a vector from here. Yeah, you see here the vector in the other views. So I can always change it, move it afterwards. But now we are fine. Ah, yeah, when you click here on a light and here on properties, yeah, you can change here also the light afterwards. Spotlight. Here you can choose the spectrum of the light. Yeah, it's a warm, neutral, daylight. Yeah, here you can change the intensity, and here the angle, and so on. Yeah, so you can also do it when do it here with this light, the directional light. So yeah, and here you can also change the vector. Yeah, you see it in the all three views. So, okay. And when you are done so far, you click here on File and you click Save As, Webinar Bookshelf, and we call it here 2. We save this now, and now you can click on Presentation, and here you can click on Image. So, and then you click here on Start Rendering. So now you can watch the process of rendering. You see, I cancel it. I stop processing it because we need to make sure that we have here the right view. So here, this property window for the light we can close. Yeah, and here we can maximize this. Yeah, and we can now rotate it in the position how we want to see this. Yeah, let's have it here like this. That is all right. And then you click on presentation and now on image. Right. And here now on play. So now you see it's rendering the other view, and it takes a while. Yeah, you see here the time, and now it's running. Yeah, on the end, I also show you if you don't have done it, you can also import your materials, your TrunCAD materials directly in pCon.planner. I haven't showed you yet, but you will see it. So you see it's getting time by time better and better, and yeah, it's on you how much you render. Yeah, you can uh, make you can use a lot of time in it, and it's up to you how much you want to add. Yeah, we could have done even more time on here. So you see it's still processing. Maybe I show you here when I will move it to the other screen. Yeah, when it's done, I will drag it and drop it back. Um, when you click here on now it's blocked. I can't show you this during its running here. But no worries. Yeah. I also recommend I show it to you here. This is a webinar plan. Yeah, last week we made the bookshelf. Now we are doing the rendering. When we click here, help, and you click here on start our webinars. Yeah, you can also watch on here, yeah, the new functions update from summer last year. So here it's 2022, the 34th week of the year. It's also shown, you see also some basics about export to pCon.planner. So now we are almost done. So now it's finished. Yeah, and when it's finished, you just click here on save. And we save it here as a JPEG file. So we are minimizing it. Here we can save this whole project, and we have it done now. So when we click on here and now on C in software folder, TrunCAD projects, as it are our so I'm just looking now for the photo. Yeah, here we are. That is our JPEG file. Yeah, and here you see you can also add your logo and you can present it to your customer. Okay. You see, I'm also not so used to pCon.planner, and it takes also a while to get into it. But you see the opportunities of it. And yeah, when you have a specific customer and a nice project you want to present it to your customers, you can do it, plan it in TrunCAD and export to pCon.planner and show it to your customer. All right, that is it for today. And yeah, I'm looking forward to our next time, and take care. Bye bye.